this video, we're talking about the political spectrum. Those labels we hear all the time: left, right, center-left, center-right, moderates. It sounds confusing, but we'll break it down so it actually makes sense. Welcome to In a Nutshell. And while you hear, please hit that like button and subscribe. Let's begin this way. Imagine a big line, like a tug-of-war rope, with people lined up from one end to the other. On one side, you've got the left, also known as liberals or progressives. On the opposite side, you've got the right, often referred to as conservatives. Now let's talk about what these groups actually stand for, because, contrary to popular belief, it's not just about who wears blue or red. Let's start with the left. People on the left side of the spectrum believe in progressive ideas. Think change, innovation, and equal rights. They want everyone to have access to healthcare, education, and basic needs, and they often believe the government should help provide that. They believe that if society's a cake, everyone should get a slice, even if some slices are bigger. The left is like your friend at a pizza party who insists that even the person who came late gets a slice. And if there's no pizza left, they'll order more pizza. Why some lean left? A real-world example. Imagine you have a friend, Sarah, who's very passionate about the environment. She's all about fighting climate change and believes in renewable energy. To her, the government should regulate industries to prevent pollution. She'll say, "We can't wait for people to just do the right thing. The government has to step in." And that's the left in a nutshell. Here are some examples of left or progressive liberal parties around the world. Labour Party in United Kingdom, Democratic Party in the United States, Socialist Party in France, Die Linke, the Left in Germany, Communist Party of China, CPC, China, although some consider it far left, Economic Freedom Fighters in South Africa. Now, the right. If the left wants change, the right wants stability. People here believe in personal responsibility, family values, and letting people succeed on their own. They see the government as something that should get involved only when absolutely necessary. And when it comes to the economy, the right often says, "Leave it to the market." The right is like your grandma who still insists that her old Nokia phone is perfectly fine and doesn't need one of those newfangled touchscreens. Here is why some lean to the right. Let's say you know a guy, Mike. Mike is all about hard work and thinks people should earn their way up. He'll say, "I didn't get any handouts, and I worked hard for everything I have." That's the right mindset in a nutshell. Protect the traditional, work hard, and government. Stay out of my business. Here are some right political organizations around the world: the Republican Party in the United States, Conservative Party in the United Kingdom, Liberal Democratic Party, LDP in Japan, Likud, Israel, Freedom Front Plus in South Africa and the United Russia, a right-leaning authoritarian. Now, the center. These folks aren't all in on change or tradition. They believe in a balanced approach. Imagine a friend who loves the newest iPhone but still uses a paper planner. That's basically the center. They mix and match ideas from both sides based on what they think makes sense. The center is like that friend who buys both Coca-Cola and Pepsi, just to avoid offending anyone. You know, the kind who keeps everyone happy without getting too heated. Picture someone named Chris. Chris likes the idea of healthcare for all, but doesn't think the government should be involved in everything. Maybe Chris believes in helping the environment, but prefers individual actions over big regulations. Centrists often think both sides have good points. They just want the best from both worlds. Many countries have independents who lean centrist without strict party affiliation. Moderates, middle ground. COPE, Congress of the People. Formed as a breakaway from the ANC, COPE has positioned itself as centrist, supporting a balanced approach to social and economic policies. IFP, Inkatha Freedom Party in South Africa, and the Fianna Fáil in Ireland, often positioned in the center on many issues. Let's now meet the moderates, the most chill folks in the political spectrum. These ones don't get too worked up about left or right. Sometimes they're in the middle. Sometimes they're left or right. Moderates usually avoid extremes. Imagine Lucy. Lucy's got friends who are left-wing and friends who are right-wing, and she agrees with each of them on certain things. She believes people should have freedoms, but also thinks some rules are necessary. Moderates like Lucy believe solutions should fit the situation, not the ideology. Moderates' middle ground. En Marche. France, often centrist under President Macron. Independent politicians. Now let's add some spice with center-left and center-right. These folks are like Goldilocks. They don't want the porridge too hot or too cold. They want it just right. They lean slightly to one side, but still like the middle. Center-left folks believe in change, but don't want to overhaul everything. Maybe they want affordable education, but also want the private sector involved. Center-right folks like traditions, but with some flexibility. They may support the free market, but agree with some government safety nets. Center-left and center-right are like the parents who let you go to a party, as long as you're home by 10 p.m. with no funny business. Imagine someone named Sam. Sam might support environmental initiatives, but also wants businesses to profit while doing so. They want both government programs and private solutions. People in these groups are often willing to compromise, unlike our friends on the far ends of the spectrum, who'd probably say, "No way." Center-left, Liberal Party of Canada. Social Democrats, SPD, Germany. Labour Party, New Zealand. ANC in South Africa. Democratic Party, Italy. Center-left Coalition, Center-right, Christian Democratic Union, CDU. In Germany. Liberal Party, Australia. Democratic Alliance in South Africa. National Party, New Zealand. Republican People's Party, CHP. Turkey. Though traditionally left, it has become more center-right on some issues. What if you want to change sides? Can you? Yes. People move on the spectrum all the time, depending on life changes, personal experiences, or just getting older. As people grow, they might shift left or right, or become more moderate. Maybe they're idealistic in their youth, but find themselves appreciating stability later on. Or vice versa. It's like when you go from, "I'll never work a 9 to 5, to, "Wow, health insurance is kind of awesome." Life has a funny way of changing our minds, right? So then, why all these labels? It's not to divide us, but to help us understand where people are coming from. Think of labels as a kind of shortcut to understand someone's values. But remember, people are more than just labels. Politics is a spectrum for a reason. It's full of diverse ideas and perspectives. So, what about you? Are you left, right, center-left, center-right, or moderate? These labels can be a fun way to reflect on what's important to you and why. But, most importantly, we all have a place on this spectrum. And as complex as it sounds, understanding each other's viewpoints is what makes democracy work. Hope you learned something from this video. If you did, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation respectful. No one likes a comment section civil war. Hit that like button and subscribe for more fun dives into life's big questions.